Okay, so I saw this post today, and I usually see it on my dashboard because a lot of the people that I follow like to reblog it because they think it holds some truth. No offense to you guys. Your blog. Do whatever you want. But it says, it says something along the lines of like, don't say you have an eating disorder just because you've skipped a meal. Don't say that you've been sexually abused because somebody touched your butt. Don't say that you have a self-harm addiction because something. And don't say you have anxiety just because you are nervous to present in front of the class. Something like that. And all I want to say to that is, don't be an asshole just because somebody's limit is different than yours. Now, let me elaborate. A self-harm addiction can be different for somebody else than you. You could be like me, and you could have self-harmed for X amount of years, X amount of months, whatever. But somebody else totally can say that they have a self-harm addiction if they think that they have one. And I'm not talking about the people who are like, ooh, I cut myself, pity me. Like, those people kind of upset me too, but if they think they really have a problem and they really just want to talk to somebody, you have no right to judge them, and you have no right to say, oh, you don't have this. Just because somebody is extremely nervous to do something and they get nervous in situations that they should be nervous about, doesn't mean they don't actually think they have anxiety, and you have absolutely no right to tell them that they can't feel a certain way or that they don't have what they think they have. Because imagine me telling somebody who's self-harmed for X amount of months or days or weeks being like, no, I've self-harmed longer than you, so you don't have this. No, that's not how these things work, and that's not how they should work, and you guys are just assholes. Another thing that I wanted to talk about, I'm trying not to get super upset at this one because I see it almost every single time. Okay. I have this friend, her name is Hannah, and she is a blessing. She is an angel. She is the nicest person in the world, unless you piss her off. And that's kind of how most people are. That's how I am. Kind of like how I am upset right now. Usually I am, anyway. When she complains about something, like 20 people go to her ask box saying, oh, you can't be upset about this. You're a privileged white girl. Okay. You need to check your privilege, because I'm not white, I'm Hispanic, but I look white, okay? My family is considered very well off. I have my own laptop, have an iPhone, I have a nice comfy bed, I have a roof over my head, clothes on my back. That doesn't mean that I can't be upset because somebody did something. That does not mean that I can't be upset because I didn't get Fallout Boy tickets. That doesn't mean that I can't get upset because my mom didn't make what I wanted her to make for dinner. You have no right to tell somebody that they can't be upset because somebody has it worse. That's like you telling me I can't be happy because the kid next to me is more happy than I am. You all just need to stop being such judgmental assholes and, like, I hate using this saying all the time, but check your privilege, please. Because you guys are the reason why people off themselves. You guys are the reason that people like me have had a self-harm addiction for 8 damn years. You guys are the reason why we're afraid to speak out. Everybody says after somebody offs themselves, why didn't they say something? Why didn't they say something? Because it's people like you who tell us that we can't feel what we feel. So before you go into somebody's ask box telling them that they can't feel a certain way, think about how you would feel if somebody did the same thing to you. That's all I'm saying.